Today, we are going to be talking about the most important thing you should know when you are starting your YouTube channel in 2021. Now, before we jump into what that is, I want everyone to know that I am still growing my channel. I just reached 1,000 subscribers, and thanks everyone for all your comments, your likes, your subscriptions. It means a lot to me in raising my channel and reaching my goals. So, what does that mean though? It means that I am still in the trenches with each and every one of you. Just because I'm at 1,000 and I just got monetized yesterday doesn't mean that I am a big time YouTuber or I'm making a lot of money, but I experience everything that you experience. When I record a video and edit and post it, I'm still the guy that's clicking on it, the refresh button, looking for those views, those likes, those subs. It's hard to get out of that mentality, but I'm there with you. I understand what it's like. And there are a lot of other YouTubers out there that have 1 million subscribers and they give great advice, but they're not there with you. They're kind of, they're above there on a different level. So I hope that my perspective on things helps you grow your channel. And I do plan on making a lot more videos on what helped me, my mistakes, all sorts of things like that. And also, before we get into it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps a long way. It shows me that you like this content. I can keep making these things for you because I have a lot of failures and a lot of wisdom from just growing my channel to 1,000 subscribers. So let's talk about that one thing that you need to know. Now, for a lot of people, this is going to be just common knowledge. Other people, it's going to be, like, oh, why would I do that? I'm not going to follow your advice. That makes no sense. But trust me, the one thing that you need to know is you need to treat YouTube like a business. Now, before you click off and just be like, well, I don't want to do that. I'm just doing YouTube for fun. Keep listening, and hopefully I can explain my position and let you know why you really need to treat this as a business, even though it may not bring in money from day one. So let's talk about why I say treat it like a business. And I don't mean go out and get an LLC, a tax ID, or a business credit card. That is not what I'm talking about at all. And the biggest thing I see is a lot of people on forums, like Reddit a lot, and they talk about, how can I grow? How can I grow? And then you give them advice and they're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm only doing YouTube for fun. And that is the biggest way to trick your mind to accept failure. So think about this. You make a YouTube channel and you post a bunch of videos for fun. And you're like, well, if I take off, it takes off. If it doesn't, then I didn't really fail because I was just doing it for fun. So you're putting that safety net for failure that you can just accept. And really, that's unacceptable. You're doing a YouTube channel because you want to get monetized. Maybe you want to make, an extra couple hundred a month. Maybe you want a full career out of it. You can't just go in the mindset of, I'm only doing it for fun and hope it takes off. That's just, you're relying on luck, and a business does not rely on luck. Yeah, lucky things do happen in businesses, but you are in control of steering, the direction of your business, just like your YouTube channel. The more work you put into it and the right kind of work, you can be successful. Don't rely on luck and, I'm just going to, do what I want because if it fails, whatever, it didn't really matter that much to me. Yes, it did. You're kind of lying to yourself. So we all know that you need to put in the work. Another main key thing that comes with businesses is you need to treat your business like an asset and not a liability. So for those people that have read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he goes on and on about this. I have the book here. I read it. I think everyone should read it. If you haven't heard of it, links will be in the description to where you can get this book. Give it a read. And remember, if you get one thing out of a book that you can carry on for the rest of your life, it's worth the time and money you spent on it. But for those that aren't familiar with assets and liabilities, just to summarize everything. Assets are something you have that generate money. And liabilities are things you have that take away money. So your YouTube channel can go two ways depending on how you go about it. You could start a YouTube channel and you could go and pump a lot of money into it. You can pay for mentorships, you could buy apps, you can buy fancy plugins and editing software, cameras, all sorts of things. And as you're buying all these things, your YouTube channel in reality is a liability. You're losing money on this. And you don't want to do that. So you might think to yourself, well, I need to spend money on my YouTube channel because I need to get that fancy microphone, or this YouTuber uses this DSLR camera, or my lighting's terrible, so I need to get some 3-point lighting. I need to buy to make it professional. But in reality, you only need two things to run a YouTube channel. And the two things are something to record and something to edit your videos. That is it. And most people have a smartphone that you could make YouTube videos. And these cameras on these new phones are amazing. And with a little bit of trial and error and looking up tutorials, you can make an iPhone or an Android video look amazing just by shifting around some at-home lighting you have or going outside. You don't need to be buying anything when you start. But let's say for some reason you need to spend money. There's something that you just have to have. And what you need to think about before you purchase these things is the ROI, which is the return on investment. So if you go out and buy, let's say, a DSLR camera, what is that return that you're going to get for those hundreds of dollars that you spent on this camera? In your mind, you're going to think, oh, I bought this camera because it looks more professional. If it looks more professional, I'll get more views, which means faster money. But that's not always the case. You can have the same growth with your iPhone versus a DSLR camera. The return on investment is not good. Your channel's not making any money when you start. It's not a good purchase. And I've made all these mistakes. I'm recording on a DSLR because I thought I needed it from day one. And it really hasn't enhanced my videos because also I didn't realize that you have to learn how to use these things. These just don't come out looking amazing. But that's one issue you got to think of. So now you're sinking in money and time to learn how to use this. I have lighting. I'm not using the lighting right now because the hassle of bringing it out, and it really doesn't improve my videos that much. Microphones. I have 4 or 5 microphones because people suggested them for me and I don't even use them. They're all sitting in my closet. So after all is said and done, I'm starting my YouTube channel at a negative. I have to climb out of this hole because my YouTube channel was a liability. It was taking a lot of money. I haven't bought anything new in a long time and I don't plan on it. It's just, I found it was just a waste of time and I was using it as a procrastination source. I was like, well, I'm not gonna make a video today because I'm going to go, research, lighting that I need or camera. Or maybe I need a new lens to make it look better. Or maybe I need a different background. Maybe I need to set up, different things behind me. So I'm going to go to the hardware store. I'm going to buy stuff, buy some plants. And it's not worth it. So just to summarize that point, if you are going to buy something, make sure it has a good return on investment. Make sure it's something you actually need that is going to propel your YouTube channel. One last thing I want to mention is there are a lot of free programs. You don't have to go get Final Cut Pro. You could use, iMovie or Windows has a version of a free editing software. There's plenty of free things that you can use right now until you grow. Then you can get all the fancy plugins and you can get the pro version of everything once your channel starts rolling in and making some money. So far, we know we need to put in the work and we need to think of ROI before spending money. And of course, we need to track what we're spending. So, it's just good practices. Now, another thing is with a business, you need to calculate the ROTI, it's similar, but it's the return on invested time. So you may think, well, why does that matter? I can spend 10, 20 hours a day making a video and I'll post it and it's fine because, it's not making money. It doesn't really matter, but it does matter. Time is more valuable than money. You can always make more money, but you need to use your time wisely. And when it comes to YouTube, you don't want to be using that time to make videos that nobody's going to watch. I'm just going to let that sink in. If nobody's going to watch your video, why are you making that video? Again, you're going to go back to the default of them doing it because it's fun. But there are other fun and interesting videos that you can make that are worth your time. So what exactly does that mean? What video is worth your time? Now you need to think about these two things before you record and upload a video. You need to be thinking about, will people actually view this? And will people sub and want to stay? If you know your video is not going to do those two things, why are you making it? And a lot of people like to mimic the top successful YouTubers and what they're doing. And they fail to forget that they're not there. And if you're watching this video, most likely you're not there yet either. And that's the big issue that everyone's facing. They want to make videos that they like, which don't have real substantial content in it, and it's more for entertainment purposes, but people don't know who you are. Think about comedians. There's a lot of small comedians out there that do your local comedy clubs that are hilarious, but nobody knows who they are. I can't tell you of any comedian, let's say in Chicago somewhere. I'll never find them. But I'll know of the big ones, the ones Netflix pushes or the ones that have a big following. I can find those easily. So in the end, if people can't find your videos, why are you making them? Videos about your life when no one knows who you are and you don't have your following are a bad ROTI. That return on investment, those videos you make, it's a lot of effort and time that you could be putting elsewhere into other videos. Or you could be putting into expanding your editing skills or your marketing, your social media presence, all these things. It's better to target these videos, have good content, good titles, get these people in, than it is just to be making videos for fun. So far, we know we need to put in the time, we need to be mindful of the ROI and ROTI. Now, an add-on to the ROTI is using our time wisely because, I can say, think about the, return on your time invested and just leave it at that. But what is worth our time? Now, that is another subject for a bigger video, but just to kind of summarize and talk a little about it right now, as a business, you need to set up and plan your time wisely. It's not all about making videos, editing, and uploading, and then clicking that refresh or jumping to the next video and repeating. There's a lot more to it that you need to do. A business isn't just going to produce a product and just that's it. A guitar company is not going to make a guitar and just keep making guitars and they're like, well, we did our job. We don't have to do anything else. No, there's other moving parts to a business, and you need to go out and learn a little about all these parts. And sometimes it's better to not make that video and instead use the time that you have to learn about marketing, apply SEO, do all these things that will get people to view your video. Because a lot of what makes a new YouTuber take off is visibility. It's getting seen. It's being recommended by the YouTube algorithm. It's all these things that go behind the scenes. And if no one knows you, you really need to get yourself out there. You need to have that Twitter presence, that Instagram. You need to get on some forums, get on Reddit. If you have a small niche that you really want to get into, are you on those forums? Do people know who you are? If they don't, then you're kind of not using your time wisely when it comes to your YouTube channel. And in addition to marketing, another thing that people overlook is planning. You need to plan these videos out. So let's take an example of proper planning. Now, in my house, I have a third bedroom and I wanted to turn it into a home gym. So it's a blank slate right now. And I needed a rack to bench and do all sorts of things on. And I started looking on Amazon. I found one I liked. It was within my price range, so I was gonna buy it. And I was like, maybe I can turn this into a good video. It may be good content, because when I searched on YouTube, there were only about 3 reviews on that piece of equipment already. So my thought was, this is great. I can plan it out. I was gonna buy this anyways. I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna do my review, and the return on my time, it's gonna be, a 2-hour event. So I'm gonna record and then edit. Maybe it's gonna take about 2 hours. And I know a lot of people that are interested in purchasing that piece of workout equipment are gonna look for reviews. And when they go on YouTube and type in Hulk Fit Power Rack, I'm going to be one of the people at the top. There's just not enough videos. So this was perfect. I didn't just go and make a review on anything I wanted. I knew people are going to be interested in a review on that specific product, and it was worth my time. And that's a great example of what I mean by using your time wisely to plan things out. Now, I could have just went out, bought this, set it up, thought nothing of my YouTube channel, but as you're doing stuff in life, you have to be planning around your YouTube channel. Oh, this would be a good idea because it's not been done before, or I'm gonna be the first one to review this, or the first one to do this, or I'm gonna provide value. Maybe it's a travel channel to a country that not many people have vlogged about before. Anyone interested in that country, they have to click your video because it's the only one, or one of very few videos already existing. And to summarize this entire thing, treat your YouTube channel like a business. Put in the work. Think about the ROI. Think about the ROTI. And actually use your time wisely. If you do all these things, your channel will grow, and you will actually spend less time on worrying about if and when your YouTube channel will take off. And I hope the best for everyone listening to this. If you found something helpful and you like this video and you want more, just hit that like, subscribe button, and leave a comment. I'll be sure to answer all the questions. My channel's small enough to be able to do so. And I want to thank everyone who made it to the end of this video. I'm excited to see where everyone goes in their YouTube journey. And just so everyone knows, I like being transparent about my channel and monetization and where the money actually goes. So by supporting my channel and the money I get through YouTube in the future, and affiliate links and everything, it just goes into my TD Ameritrade account, and that money goes into purchasing index funds, stable stocks, and just everything that goes towards my retirement. Hopefully it comes sooner rather than later. So if you're wondering why I'm doing this, that's why. Just so I can continue to do what I love, make these videos, and hopefully retire one of these days. So thanks for watching, and I will see everyone next time.